I've made this video as I feel people sometimes believe they need to travel to take great pictures. I've taken images on walks from home over the past couple of months and hope to inspire you to recognise the benefits of staying local. It seems to make sense to start at sunrise. Here the sun was just coming through the branches shortly after the sun came up. The mist created streams of light through the trees, and I feel capturing the sun itself through the branches gives a focus beyond simply the streams of sunlight hitting the mist across the fields. The fields, trees in the distance and shadows across the image provide us with depth. And here we see a slightly different angle on the same setting. A little later after the sunrise, the mist was still breaking through the trees, and so I focused on the lines of the sun through the mist and a subtle silhouette of the trees, again using the field and trees in the distance to add depth. Going out early in the morning can give you the benefits of the sunrise and the misty mornings to get these kind of images. You may have already seen this image in my video on creating painterly images using Lightroom 22 masking. This was captured just after sunrise as the low sun hit the autumn colours of the trees across the fields. Check out my other video after you've seen this one on how I created it. I'll put the link in the description below. And here we move on to autumn colours in a local wood. This was taken as the leaves were falling and the trees were really beginning to turn an amazing golden colour. Picking out the leaves already on the ground gives the image not only depth but adds greater context to the autumnal feeling. And here we are in the same woods after the leaves had fallen and the fern was dying back. This foggy day gave the opportunity to capture the atmosphere within the woods and to really bring out the colours whilst creating depth with the fog amongst the trees. And if you are able to take advantage of more extreme weather conditions, this can be a great time to venture out. Remember to stay safe at all times though. This image shows a tree isolated by floodwaters from the local river just before the sunset. The floods served to isolate the tree from the rest of the land and form this image. Here we have the same location from a different perspective, using the flooded fence as leading lines into the flooded river and the trees on the opposite bank, being surrounded by water with an amazing sunset scene captured in the reflection. This scene used an ND64 filter, smoothing the water flow to enhance the reflection. And sunset can be an amazing time to get out. Here, combined with the flood, is a straightforward reflection of the sunset sky reflected in the flooded river. This image would not be possible without the flood, as the water level would be too low. This image was shot a short walk away from my house after sunset. It's important to stay after sunset when the sun has dropped below the horizon. It's then that it lights up the underneath of the clouds, as you can see, with amazing colour and depth. You'll notice on this I've just included a slither of land for the bottom silhouette. It's not always about the rule of thirds. I really hope that this has inspired you to get out and just take photographs locally. So get out, use those local trails and get inspired, and remember that at different times of day and weather and seasons can really make a difference to that image.